Hi, welcome to the webinar. I'm Sharon and I'm really happy to be here with you today. I'm so excited to be doing this. We've got amazing experts here. We've got Robert Kirby and we've got Jen Harwood. While we're waiting for some more attendees to arrive, just let us know in the chat box whether you can hear us and just say hello. That would be lovely and we can get to know you and get to know who's in the room with us. And if you're from a different country, we'd like to know what countries we've attracted as well. Beautiful, thank you. Doors from New Zealand, kia ora to you. We have America as well, the UK. You must be ready to bed for bed soon, so thank you for being here with us today. Oh, rain, Rainier from Sydney, rain. Yes, it's raining outside. We were hoping for a lovely, lovely day of sun, but it's going to be beautiful in the room here with us today. So thank you so much for joining us. We're just waiting for a few more people to join the room, and we'll be with you in a second. Oh, hi from the Southern Highlands. We've got Kelsey here as well. Thank you so much for participating already. If you've got any questions that you want answered through the webinar, we can see the questions. We do have a question and answer section at the end as well. So yeah, and you can aim that towards me or Jen or Robert, and we'll all be happy to answer your questions for you. Hi, Gail, welcome. Where are you from, Gail? For the new people just entering the room, we're just asking you to just let us know that you can hear us and where you're from, what country you're from. We're pretty global here right now, which is really cool. Port Macquarie. Oh, Shona, hi, how are you? Lovely to see you in here. Okay, as people are joining us now, I'm going to get started. So first of all, I'd love to welcome you to our webinar on how to get great health information instantly without breaking the bank. As you may know, this is a subject that I'm really, really passionate about. And I've been a health practitioner for 20 years. And it was only recently that I started looking after myself. I spent years helping others without thinking of myself, and then I got really sick. I then had to look after me and to take some time out. And during that time, Holistic Living magazine was born. And I'm really, really proud to be working with a team of holistic experts from around the world. And actually, Jen, who's here with me today, played a massive part in that because I was interviewing her and I was about to give everything up and she stopped me. So this is why it's all still here and the magazine's now born. So thank you so much, Jen, for that.
You're welcome.
So we want to teach you how to live the healthy life that you want while having the healing business that you love. I know many of you are practitioners, and I really want you to enjoy your life too. We can have it all, and life does not have to be a struggle. And it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money either. Many of us practitioners know that we're not walking our walk, and we need to look after ourselves, like we tell our clients to do. So what's stopping us? For many, it's time or money that holds us back. For others, it's guilt or overwhelm, or just getting caught up in the flow of life and forgetting about ourselves. Learning new skills can be expensive and time-consuming. We may not want to go back and study or get another certificate, but instead learn new skills for our own health so we can implement it into our lives and the lives of our family and our clients. I'm sure you know that it's only when you help yourself first that you can effectively help others. Caring for yourself is one of the most important and one of the most often forgotten things that you can do as a holistic practitioner. When your needs are taken care of, the people that you help care for will benefit too. So as holistic practitioners, we're always telling our clients to exercise, to eat better, live healthier lives. But the irony there is that the hours and stress of doing everything that we have to do to take care of our clients and families mean that as holistic practitioners, we often forget to look after ourselves, and we grab fast food or we skimp on our sleep, and we wear ourselves down because we take so much on and we want to help everybody. And this results in sleep deprivation and poor eating habits and lack of exercise, weak immune system, depression, anxiety, and feeling burned out. We are actually doing the opposite of what we want to be doing with our own health. Then as practitioners, we know that there are some out there that we would not go to see personally in this industry. We want to be able to really trust the practitioners that we see and that we're learning from. So let me ask you a question. Are you sick of finding empty, shallow health information on the internet? There are a lot of people pretending to be holistic practitioners who have got great marketing, but have not got such great advice. So do you want a great marketer or a great holistic expert? Many of the real holistic experts out there, probably like you, are masters at your craft. You really know what you're doing. You're really skilled at what you're doing with your experts, but you don't know how to do the marketing. So the marketing may not be so great. So you may not find these experts on the internet. So you can find the shiny experts out there that know the marketing, or, you know, what else is there? If you go looking for the good practitioners out there who really don't know how to market, you're not going to find them. So I found really great experts for you who get great results, and we do their marketing for them so that you can find them easily in one place. I have personally interviewed them all and or worked with them or done one of their courses or been to one of their events before I bring them on board. They are all qualified experts and professionals in their field. You can get the material on Holistic Living. They all write for the magazine. And that information, as well as interviews that I do with them, stays in our archives so that you can use that whenever you like. If you don't need it now, you will need it later. Or maybe a member of your family needs the information that we already have. And you get unlimited access to the archives 24/7. So this is why I built Global Healing Exchange Members Area. It's a place where you can come for support for like-minded people. We have some amazing health and wellbeing experts. And as I said, I've got Jen and Robert here, and they're going to be talking to you as well. And I will be introducing those in a few minutes. So for those of you who don't know me yet, I'll just talk a little about who I am and my background. So my name's Sharon White, and I'm the founder of Global Healing Exchange. And I've been a health practitioner for 20 years. I'm a journey practitioner, trainer of neuro-linguistic programming, matrix therapy, timeline therapy, hypnotherapy. I'm a Reiki master, and I've done massage rehab, and I've worked with hundreds of clients over the years. During this webinar, we will teach you some very simple techniques that you can use at home that have been proven and used for many years, both myself and others and our experts, to aid your health. So I want to start by letting you know a little bit about me and what led me here to this webinar today. As I said before, I have been a therapist for 20 years, owning a few holistic businesses, and I've had a very loyal clientele and a business that made me money. I worked for long hours, sometimes 8-hour massages a day, and it left little energy for me. And back then I had no idea about the vibrational body, the law of attraction, or any awareness around self-love, or that I need to be grounded. I was a lot younger too, so I thought I was invincible. I thought I could do everything on my own. And then I realized that I wasn't, and I ended up with adrenal fatigue. My body stopped me, and I had to make changes because I was in bed and I had no energy to see clients, so therefore I wasn't making any money. And my business fizzled out. I had to learn how to look after me again. It took me many months doing it on my own with no support. That wouldn't have happened if I had known Jen. I had no clients. and I had no money to go and see professionals who I knew that would be able to help me. It became a vicious cycle, and I kept going round and around. And finally, I did find the answers that I needed and started piecing together the things to get myself well again. This is what I realized. If you're burned out and sick yourself, how can you expect your clients to trust you with their health needs? In order to be truly effective in our work, we holistic practitioners need to research new effective holistic treatments for our clients, network with other holistic healers, and replenish our own personal reserves. I wanted to build a place for people to come who need support just like I did. A place where you can learn and ask questions and feel supported by a community of people without spending money that you can't afford. So if you really want to live a happy, healthier life where you feel the support of a community and have access to world-class information at your fingertips that you can access anytime, anywhere, you've come to the right place. So at the end of the webinar, I have a special gift for you that you can use to start making change today. This webinar is unique to the GHE community, and it's the first time I've done a webinar with some of our experts. And as a collective of experts, we want to come together and share our knowledge with you. And some of you might ask, why am I doing a webinar now? I've spent the last 5 years building the Global Healing Exchange community, educating about health and wellness and serving the broader population. With Holistic Living magazine, we now have the right experts on board to help our community, and I really want to share them and their knowledge with you in a forum where you can ask questions and gain more information. It's no longer time for me to keep them to myself, I want to share. So, who is this program for? So firstly, I want to talk about who the program is not for. So people who are comfortable in their current life and they don't want to change, that's completely fine in your decision. That isn't what's going to happen in the Global Healing Exchange community. People who don't want to do the work and want to do it the hard way. For change to happen, there's always work, wherever we're going, whatever we're doing. People who don't want to be part of a community and want to be the lone wolf. And Jen will probably talk about that later, about being a lone wolf and being part of the community and having support around you. And if you do want to and don't want to be part of the community, listen to Jen and she'll tell you the reasons why it's beneficial for you and you can progress more. So who is the program for? So people who really do want to change their life. People who want to be part of a community. People who will participate in our groups and ask questions. I love it. I love it. Like when people are talking to me in the chat rooms or in the Facebook group, I love that because I know that people are hearing me. I love the fact that we've got so many of you in the chat room today, because I know that we're doing a good job, and I really value the fact that you are part of our community. People who will listen and watch the information that we give, and also people who want to make a difference. As I said, we've got many practitioners in this chat room right now, and we all get into that industry because we want to make a difference. And the power of all of us together, this is the first time that I know of that a collective of practitioners have come together in a place where we can really make that change in the world that we really want to make. So now I'm going to introduce you to two of our experts. As I said before, we've got Jen Harwood, and she's our community builder. And Robert is our mind-body transformation and integration expert. That's a mouthful. Thank you, Robert. Mm-hmm. I've worked with them personally. I've done courses, and as I said, Jen's really helped me. The reason this webinar is on today is because of Jen. And they've made a huge difference in my life. So thank you both for being here today and supporting me and supporting the community. And I'll pass you over to Jen.
Hello, everybody. Now, I'm just noticing in the chat room that some people are having really terrible sound and some of the visuals is not working. But there are other people that can actually see this and hear this quite well. So my suggestion is that this is being recorded and we will be able to make that available to those of you to have a look at it on another device. But the show must go on, so we will keep doing that, yeah? So let's do that. So as some of you might know me, I can see some people in the chat room who know me, so hello to all of you. Just to give you a bit of background, I'm a motivational speaker. I've been speaking for the last 16 years, spoken at lots of conferences, and I absolutely love speaking to audiences. So you can probably even feel that right now. The other thing is I'm an author, and I've authored 3 books. The Art of Networking, How to Get the Job You Want, and The Greatness Principle. And we'll be running some webinars and some information around how to do that. So talking about the lone wolf today, I'll talk a little bit about that, but there's ways that we can do that in the future. I'm also a business coach, and I've been coaching businesses for the last 18 years. And as you can see there, I've won some awards in doing that. What's interesting out of being in business for 18 years, in the 18th year, I win awards. So it just shows that you don't actually get recognised or have the results until you've been doing it for a long time. And so I'm interested in this community in helping practitioners and helping people in their business so that they can actually be doing what they love in the way they want to and making the revenue that they need to take care of themselves and their family. The other thing is that I'm a mum of 1. And there is my little baby girl, Rose, when she was brand new and a few months, and some favourite shots there. She's almost 5 now. So to protect her identity and privacy, when she's 20, I will show people of pictures of when she was 10. So there she is 5 years ago, but she does exist. And as some of you on this call know, she is a life unto herself. The other thing is what I love to do is I love to inspire audiences, whether they're online, whether they're in person, to teach and motivate. I love to travel. Now that Rose is old enough, I can do that, and I love having fun. And mostly my work is all about challenging people, their mindsets, their headspace, so that they can actually create what they want. So the question is, what builds community? There's lots of things I can talk about today, but Sharon asked me to share with you some of the key strategies around what it takes to build community and why this particular community will be incredibly valuable. There's 5 things you need to think about. And the first one is you want to connect with like minds. One of the themes that's going through a lot of my coaching of clients at the moment is actually saying no. If people don't share the same mindset or the same values as you, stop spending time with them. You don't have to stop loving them, and you don't have to stop communicating with them, but you actually want to spend time with people that are going where you want to go and thinking along the lines that you are as well. The next is you actually want to share knowledge and experiences. And the thing I like about this particular network is there's over 30, is that right? 30
Yep.
experts that are actually certified experts in their field and what they do. And so you're actually getting quality information and knowledge. The third thing is about being real and being personal. If you want your community, whether it's your own local community, your family, or something that you're doing with your clients, you actually have to be yourself. And as you can probably tell from the sound of my voice, I'm a bit different from Sharon, but that doesn't make me any more or less valuable than she is. It's just that's Sharon, this is Jen, and you'll hear from Robert, who will be, again, slightly different. It's about being yourself and being totally cool with that. And I think this community in the magazine actually enhances that. The other thing that helps in building community is getting involved and participating. And you would have experienced this yourself of being part of a Facebook group or being part of a group where you actually have to show up, network, and participate. So that's that's there. And then the last thing is actually you've got to do things regularly with the community that you're in. Sitting on the fringe is totally great as long as you dip in. It's like going to the swimming pool. You've got to get into the pool every now and again. Otherwise, you're just a sunbather. You've actually got to jump in and swim around in the content that's there in this particular instance. So the benefits of being in community, and, you know, Sharon was talking about what it is being a lone wolf. When you're actually in a community, you'll actually get more clarity, because the thing is you start talking to people around you and you start getting perspective. You'll actually get more confidence because there will be people in your community that say, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Off you go. You'll have courage and a platform to step from, you'll actually, there's, you know, scientific evidence that people that are in communities are happier. Things might not be as great, or their lives might not be completely sorted, but they're actually happier because when you have support, you actually can share some of the worry and angst with the people around you. Building a community removes isolation and stops the lone wolf stuff going on and doing everything on your own. It can also validate you. I will be on your back.
Somebody's slapping me on the wrist here.
Yeah, I will be on your back about that.
Aimed at me.
It also creates authenticity because you can actually, in a safe environment, be yourself and get feedback around that. And the more you are yourself, the stronger you become at being yourself. Given technology and the world we're living in and the isolation that's going on, people stop bringing themselves to the fore because it's not safe. So as you'll see, there's a sense of belonging, a sense of home. Lots of people find that when they find their group and they find their platform, it's their tribe and it's their sense of home. So Shona, oh, there's a comment there, would love to be in the room with you guys right now. Well, you sort of are. And, you know, we'll be able to interact on the Facebook page as well and talk to you guys there as well.
And Shona's also one of our experts who writes for the magazine.
Oh, is she?
Well.
Oh,
so
good.
She's definitely part of us.
Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. So my commitment to the Global Healing Exchange, I mean, this is not the platform for me to share all of my material because then it would be a Jen talk, not a Sharon talk with Robert and Jen. So my commitment is to all of you and everybody in the network is to be real in all my content. And in the last article that I wrote for the magazine, there's a picture there on the screen of my mum and dad. That's Kath and Bob. And my mum had cancer. She had multiple myeloma. And Kath and Bob had a strategy on how to stay married, how to navigate cancer, which took 7 years for mum to go through and then finally die, and how to keep our family together when it was really hard and really tough. So I invite you to have a look at that, but I promise that my content will be real. I will be the champion of connection, so I will be asking people to communicate and connect with each other because that's just what I normally do. And my commitment is to add value to the community. So that's a promise from me. And the other thing is that I'll provide business coaching and webinars and group programs and even one-to-one when needed. So if you go to jenharwood.com, you'll find my stuff, you'll find my things here, but I've made a special deal with Sharon that there will be exclusive pricing and exclusive access to some of the material I've got because I'm fully behind her in what she's doing. And I totally believe in her. And, you know, no one ever becomes great and stays great all by themselves. And so I'm backing Sharon because I think there's some real value here. So that's it from me.
Thank you so much, Jen.
You're
I
welcome.
love you, and I'm so glad to have you on this webinar with us.
You're most welcome.
And another person I love. So we have Robert here as well. So welcome, Robert. Please
Thanks,
take
Sharon.
it away.
Okay. Well, it's wonderful to be here. And it's interesting because technology is not my strength. And I say it was such a pleasure to meet Jen here today. She's such a dynamo. And so her heart energy fills the room, just like Sharon's does. And so for me, it's exciting because this is my first webinar.
Congratulations.
Although,
Well done.
yes, although it's I've been doing what I do now. This is my 27th year. And I've worked in 3 countries, developing community and leading people through transformation in their relationship with themselves, in their businesses, and finding out who they really are, what their destiny is, and finding out what stands between them and having a complete heart-centered life, filled with love and great relationships and great health. And so I've had the absolute pleasure of meeting Sharon a few years ago at a business event. And the reason I'm involved in this is because of her love. I think she's so genuine, and there's so many people wanting to make a quick buck in personal development now. It saddens me in a way because when I started, it was quite innocent. You had corporate trainers and you had the hippies who wanted to meditate and stuff like that. But now it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And as Sharon mentioned earlier, you have to be really careful because you don't know who has your best interests at heart or who's really good at online marketing. So that's why I'm involved with her, and I'm totally committed to helping people and to serving people, and I resonate with her in that way. And now that I met Jen, I have a new friend,
Yes.
who has that same authentic, sincere interest for people to get well and to have a wonderful life. So yeah, that's I came to Australia many years ago. I left the corporate world. I was very successful, but I became ill. When I was 27 years of age, I got chronic fatigue. That's even before they had a name for it. And I had it for 4 years, and the Western medicine could not help me. Took all kinds of testing, but it wasn't until I got into the alternative world and got into relieving the chronic muscular tensions and did deep tissue body work and energy healing that I got my life back and my energy. So then I left the corporate world nearly 27 years ago to do this, and it's been really rocking. It's been very exciting. I've lived many years living out of a suitcase, traveling. It was just so exciting. I couldn't think of anything more fun and exciting to do, to help people, to make a living doing it, and to be able to travel. But now I live here in Sydney. I do all my work out of Sydney, and I have a son who's here with me today on school holiday. Liam, he's nearly 15, and he's just made my life so full and rich and happy. He's just an incredible kid. So we like to travel together. We're going to go back to America again this year to Disneyland. There's things that we love to do, but it's interesting. A big part of my background is body psychotherapy, and that would include bioenergetics, core energetics, and Reichian therapy. It goes back to the turn of the last century with Wilhelm Reich and his just brilliant contribution on character analysis. So it's a big passion. But interesting, my son Liam, who's 14, says to me, "Dad, I've been looking on the internet, and I've been looking at the technical differences between bioenergetics, core energetics, and character analysis." And he says to me, "I have some ideas if you want to share them." Wow. So like he's looked on the internet for an hour. I've been trying to figure it out for 27 years, but he's now advising me. So it's just really hilarious how much more switched on kids are today. When I was 14, I had a mouthful of bubble gum and was trading baseball cards, and that was my passion, to be a professional athlete. Now the kids today, they're so advanced, so switched on. So it's exciting. So we're doing this for them, for the next generation. We want to get better. I think that's why we do this. We want to have a better life, and we want to live in truth. So that's why I'm here today, and I have some ideas that we'll share, I guess, as we go along. Yeah. On how to have a better life, and very inexpensively, things that you can do at home by yourself. So that's my plan.
Cool. Well, I'd love you to share that now, because most of the people in here are practitioners or people looking after their own health. Most of us are caregivers. So, I want to give them an example of what they might find with some of the information within the membership area.
Okay.
As you know, I've interviewed you, and I've interviewed many of our experts, and I'm going to be interviewing Jen later as well today. But what sort of things will they get within the membership area? So they come into the membership area. We want to give them some tips that they can do at home that's easy. As I said to you, I found grounding really good for me, because I didn't even know that I was ungrounded. That's the thing. Yes. I have been a practitioner. I'm a very creative person, but I had no idea that I wasn't really in my body half the time. And it's only when I did that work with you, you changed my life. Because now I can come and be grounded. Like, I was a bit airy-fairy this morning, but okay, I'm doing a webinar, I'm back in my body, and I did that using some of the techniques that Robert taught me. So I'd love you to talk about some of these techniques.
Sure, absolutely, yeah. Thank you. I think one of the most important things that we need in this world as practitioners is to be fully present. In order to be fully present, we have to be grounded. And that grounding, that energy in the legs and in the feet, the connection with earth centers us, and it gives us a connection with our inner life, and it creates a support for the heart, because we all want to work from our heart. That's when we become most authentic and we really touch another soul. And so I think a couple things that I'd like to share that's really easy to do is earthing, and that's where you just put your bare feet. If you're really exhausted from work, just sit out. You can, if you need some vitamin D, sit out in the sun and put your bare feet on the ground, and you can even lie down. Liam and I lie down, and it just rejuvenates you. Even 15 minutes is enough. But a lot of times we will muscle test with kinesiology to see how long we need. Some days we need to be out there for 30, 40 minutes. But what happens is the electromagnetic energy of the earth comes into the bottom of the feet. It stimulates the ATPs. That's the adenosine triphosphate. That's the aspect of the cell that strengthens and detoxes all the cells in the body. And the scientists have found out, there's a book called Earthing. It's very scientific, and if you're not into the science, it can be quite boring. But
just come and listen to Robert.
But the bottom line is that when you either walking in the grass or on the sand by the beach, if you're out there for a period of time, the bottom of your feet will absorb this energy, and you will feel, all of a sudden you'll feel, you could be wiped out from working, and all of a sudden you'll feel fantastic. So I think that is one of the most important things. If you're a little more ambitious, another thing you can do is sprinting. Now, what's wonderful about this, it absolutely replaces going to the gym for an hour or an hour and a half, which many people feel they must do to get to get a thorough workout. What science is showing, you don't have to. Now, the two organs in the body that are the most important for longevity is the heart and the lungs. If you want to kill two birds with one stone, 3 times a week, you do a 30-second sprint as fast as you can. You catch your breath, a second 30-second sprint, and a third one. That's it. If you're not a person who exercises, be gentle. Start off with 10 seconds. And as slowly as you need to, build up to 30. It doesn't matter if it takes months. Go easy on yourself. And you have to stretch, because if you're sprinting quickly, you could pull a muscle. Hamstring muscle. You just don't want to do that, because then you have many weeks to recover. So stretching is important. The longest part of it is the warm-up. So that may take 5-10 minutes. But the actual sprinting takes no time at all, because you're sprinting for 30 seconds, you're resting, sprinting for 30 seconds, resting, it's over. But then after I do it, I feel fantastic. I feel totally energized, and I can go about my day, and I'm enormously focused. Now, what the scientists have shown, who are the medicos, like Al Sears is one guy from Florida, who's done a lot of research with heart patients. You might think, oh my God, if I start sprinting, I'll have a heart attack. It's just the opposite. It strengthens the artery and the muscles in the heart. And if you do have heart disease, of course you get this checked out with your cardiologist or your doctor. You do your research. But guess what I found? They're recommending that you do it just 3 times a week. It's more than sufficient. But if you're a healer, if you're responsible for other people, I suggest that you do it every day. I do it every single day, unless it's raining so hard that I'm afraid that I might slip. But I do it, and then I know I'm going to be present. So I have the benefit of strengthening my heart and lungs, and then I know as I get older they won't weaken, because they're just so strong. And I have the energy now of a guy half my age, and it's only from the simple things like earthing and the sprinting. Another thing to do is meditation. That keeps you in the parasympathetic nervous system. Because of the stress in the modern world for everyone, even children are stressed out today because of the amount of homework, and if they're involved with other activities outside of school, they get wiped out. So I think meditation, it cannot take very long. You can meditate just for 10 minutes, and you want to meditate on bringing energy down from your head, because we live in our heads today in our society, down into the center of the earth. And let that energy, that ball of light in the center of the earth, just bask you. Now, just so happens that I did a meditation in a workshop recently that I recorded, and I'd like to give it as a gift to the viewers. It just turned out to be exactly 30 minutes. And if you have the time, if you just email me at info@robertkirby.com, Shada, who's been running my office for 5 years, will send you out a copy of it. It has just 3 elements of it. One is called, the first part is you just get into a very relaxed state. Just lie down or sit up, whatever you feel like. Part 1 is called weeding. Any negative thoughts that you have about yourself or other people have to go, because these negative thoughts create karma that just comes back to us. Even if someone has really hurt you, betrayed you, ripped you off in a business deal, you need to let it go. So all these negative feelings, the first part is weeding the garden of consciousness. Then you'll feel just lighter from that. This part 2 is planting seeds. Think about what you want, what your focus is, what your dream is. What do you do better than anybody who's ever walked this planet? Because embedded in our souls are gifts and talents that no one else ever had or ever will have. You're a unique being. You're an eternal being. And if you have to just mobilize that, and if you do it in a quiet state, when you're in the parasympathetic nervous system, you will feel it. You will plant those seeds in consciousness, and they'll start to grow. But if you weed first, you'll feel lighter. And the third part is about detachment. Because a lot of times people, when they get stressed, they go into the sympathetic nervous system. It throws everything off. Instead of having coherent brain waves and cardiac waves and an auric field and aligned chakras, they all blow out. And this is from research, 3 different areas: neuroscientists, Heart Mass Institute on the heart, and Dr. Valerie Hunt from UCLA. She studied the human aura and the effect it has on chakras. And she said to me, Robert, the key is to have a coherent energy field. And Heart Math says that about the cardiac output. And the neuroscientists say you have to have coherence. Otherwise, you're attracting your lowest self. Your lowest self-esteem comes when everything's out of whack. But when you're in the parasympathetic nervous system and your neuroactivity is coherent, your cardiac output is coherent, and the auric field and chakras are aligned, you will attract your highest self-esteem. You'll begin to attract what you came here to do. You'll fulfill your destiny. But it's a habit. And we get into habits because we're running, trying to do things for our kids, trying to take care of our clients. Then we lose contact with our authenticity, with our integrity, because either we're exhausted or we're not grounded or we're not aligned. And just doing these simple things. So you can take that gift of the meditation.
What we'll do with that, Robert, is I can email it to everyone who's joined up.
Okay,
so
great.
Even if they're not in the room today, we can email it to them.
Yes, I think they really love that.
Otherwise, Shader's going to get loads of emails.
Oh, all right.
So
okay.
and there's a comment there, Shari. You'll get it. Sharon will send it out.
I'll send it to everybody.
Yeah.
For you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the IT guy, so I'll turn it over to these superstars next to me. Yes. Thanks for that. Makes life easier for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
Shader's
I think
going to thank me.
Yeah, she will. She will. Yeah, she'll send you some of her Indian food, homemade Indian food. It's delicious. So I could go on. Do you?
Yeah, go on.
Do you want me to share more things?
Actually, what I'd like to finish with if both of you, because we've got practitioners here, what you just said there would really
It's a mouthful.
help. It is a mouthful, but it would really help practitioners in their business as well. So we said that we'll give them some tips that they can actually put into structure so that they can actually help their business. So actually being coherent is one thing.
Oh, it's
really important.
It's like the difference between night and day.
Yeah.
Because all of us, when we decide to serve people through healing, through business coaching, whatever it is, we do it from our heart. That doesn't just fall out of the sky. It's been there all along. But we want to do it in a way that serves us. So we have to take care of us, and that includes money. Like, for example, the 3 of us live in Sydney. It's one of the most expensive cities in the world. It is an absolutely gorgeous city. And if you're from another country, you have to come and visit Sydney, Australia. It is so beautiful in a zillion different ways, but it's very expensive. So that means you need a really big fat income in order to do that, to do your best work, because you need to take care of yourself and feed your family high quality food and all that. So I think that's for business, without getting into the technical things you can do to improve your business, just by taking care of yourself makes an enormous difference.
Cool, thank you. And Jen, do you have a tip as well?
Oh, I have lots of tips.
I bet you do.
I have lots of tips. If we look at where Robert's coming from, I think that's absolutely fantastic. So let me add something that's slightly different to that, and that is that I've worked with a lot of healers and a lot of people that are caring, sharing souls, whether they're the hippies that are out there doing stuff, like they're just giving. And what I find that works best is if you can understand what it is that you want to give and then actually speak to someone that knows about business. So you get your pricing right, you get your business model right, and you can really start to structure something. If you can start paying your own way and looking after yourself with a wage, you will make better decisions. And I've got a number of businesses at the moment that are making really, they're giving away a lot of their business, or they're selling themselves short because there's not enough money. And so people come along and say, I'll help you with this, and I'll help you with that, and I'll help you. But the cost of that is 50% of the deal, or I'll take a percentage of your business, or things like that. And most practitioners need to realize that what they've got is valuable, and that they actually need to ask outside of their own network. So don't talk to you necessarily, don't ask just your spouse or just your best friend or just your mother about what you're doing in business. Is actually go and seek people that actually know what's going on, so that you can charge appropriately and you can have something that's sustainable. And the best way to do that is have a look at what you charge clients. And then when you're talking to clients, listen to what they're charging other people, or listen to the work that they're doing, and have it, and just sort of say, gee, you guys must be, earning a lot. And you'll find that your clients are earning very good income. They value their health, and they want you to value yours. And they will actually pay for the service, because what most practitioners don't understand is that what comes naturally to you of putting your hands on somebody, or being energetic with somebody, or opening your heart space, is actually very difficult for the people that you're doing it for. And when they actually do that, then they make a difference. And so the value of what it is that you offer isn't just $50, and it isn't just, oh, that's okay, don't worry about it. It's actually valuable. And when you can see the value from your customer's point of view, then you can charge accordingly. And, getting a business mindset around what you're doing isn't difficult. It's not hard. And you don't have to be a shark to, have people pay you to get the result that you're actually looking for. So my advice to all of the listeners is to have a business hat and put it on when you're making strategic decisions about your business. And then for the rest of the time, take your business hat off and be who you are and your natural talent and ability. That would be my advice.
Perfect. Thank you so much to both of you. I'm sure we'll speak a bit later on. I want to speak to the viewers now. You can see how much information our experts have, and I interview experts on a weekly basis. So within the membership area, there's hundreds of hours of videos and podcasts already within the membership area. And we would love to invite you to become a member, because when you're in there, you get access to a Facebook group as well, and then you can say to us, hey, we want to learn about such and such, and I can say, right, this is the best expert for that, and I'll interview them. So we'll build up this library of information that you want together. And I think that's a very unique thing. I don't think that you can find that anywhere else. So you can learn from our experts, but you can also learn from the experts, but also learn from each other as well within the chat room. So just want to show you a couple of testimonials. So this is Pip. She's one of our experts, and she says, I truly believe in what you're doing, what you've created. You've got the passion, the drive, the right intent, and I can only see it getting bigger and more global. And Jane Turner, she also writes for the magazine, and she said, I want other people to know that this is available to them. It's been so helpful for me. Global Healing Exchange has given me a platform to get my knowledge out and into the world. Adrian Hank said, with over 200,000 people now following and reading Global Healing Exchange, it gives me a real sense of being part of a global community. Getting up to date across the industry information and deeper insights into many topics is great for me and my own health, well-being and growth, and also ideal for me to access and share with my own clients when I need to. And he also said, this library of information continues to grow. I'm sure that it will become one of the best health and wellbeing resource libraries available to us. For me, getting in now and becoming a member is a no-brainer. So we want to show you what you do actually get within the GHE membership. So you get access to a private Facebook group where you can interact with like-minded people and share your advice and knowledge with each other, even if you're on the go. So if you're on your phone, you can gain access to it, or if you're out and somebody wants some information, you can log in and find the information that you want, or just log into the Facebook group and ask other people in there. The power of that group is going to be amazing, because we're going to have lots of practitioners in there that you can ask, as well as the information that's already in the library. So you obviously gain access to our health and wellbeing experts within the membership area. There's a link to all of their websites. They're going to be interviewed, or they have been interviewed already, and they really want to help you and ensure that your business is good, but also you keep really healthy as well. So within the membership area itself, there's a big treasure trove stocked with videos and podcasts and webinars and ebooks from a whole range. As I said, we've got 30 experts, and you can read on the slide here. We've got nutrition and hypnotherapy and meditation, kinesiology, naturopathy. We've got Robert, who does all of his core energetic work. We've got Jen, who does a community builder. We've got so much stuff, information in there already, and you can see there that we've valued them all as well. So as well, we're going to be doing webinars with our experts, and as Jen said earlier on, they will give exclusive prices just for our members. So on top of everything else that you get, you will be getting discounts on all of the webinars.
So we were talking about that earlier, and if there's 30 experts and you get an offer, say, or whatever it is, for a $50 bonus value discount because they're members of the GHE. If you times that by 30 experts, you could get up to $1,500 worth of value just if it was $50 bonuses. So you've just offered Robert, a meditation, recording. Do you sell that sometimes?
Yes.
And how much do you normally sell that for?
$30.
Right. So there we go. So and you're giving that to everybody for free.
Yes.
So again, you're already starting to get stuff that we would normally charge the public for. This is an exclusive community where you can get better deals because you're part of the family. Yep.
Perfect. So you also get a continuing education so that you can apply the information to your health and to your client's health, and without going back to school and learning. You can learn it from our library without doing a whole course and getting a degree or a diploma. We're giving you today a 7-day free trial, so you can go in anytime you like and try out the membership area, try out the Facebook group and see what you feel. I must warn you though that when you join up, it will ask you for your PayPal details because that's the way that the system works, but it won't actually charge you for 7 days. And when you come into the membership area, we show you on the very first page how to cancel it if you want to. So just to warn you, that's what's going to happen. So you get 24/7 access. So, wherever you've got internet connection, you can find the information, which you can use on your laptop, desktop, phone, to instantly connect with this powerful expert, and these are experts for you. And as we just said, you get access to special offers and giveaways like Robert's just given you here today. So there's just so much information in there for you. And we are only asking you $20 a month. Actually, we're asking you $19.95 a month to be part of this. So for less than a price of a cup of coffee a week, you can get all of this information. I wanted to make it this cheap because I wanted to make it a no-brainer so everyone can afford it. I didn't want the belief about money to be a barrier towards having great health. And I also believe that knowledge is empowering. So once we really embody the knowledge that we've got, we will look after ourselves. And we've got that community of support around us as well, which really plays a part in that, because we can read the book and get the knowledge, but unless we've got that support, like Jen says, we might not put that into action. So for the price of a cup of coffee a week and invest in only $20 a month, you will see the value in looking after yourself, and you will start feeling calmer and more grounded. And when you're calm and grounded, you manage to find more time in the day because your head's clearer. In our group, you'll be able to network with other people and practitioners and learn from them as well as our experts. So you may even find more clients within the membership area for your business, bringing in more money for you. And most importantly, you will be gaining information for your health that you can pass on to your loved ones and clients. You will gain back energy every week and in turn provide more information and better service to your clients. And another benefit of belonging to a community is you will gain support and encouragement from other members just like you who are already within the community. So to recap, for the price of $20 a month or $19.95 a month, you will get $1,991 of knowledge, advice, personal support from our network and top holistic experts. And we do have a limited amount of spots at this price, so that we can get it started, get the members in, get you guys talking. And once we fill that spot, the price will go up because obviously it's incredibly, incredibly cheap at the moment. So if you do want to be part of it, I really suggest that you jump on board now. So I'd just like you to imagine just what it feels like to be part of something that really makes a difference to other people. Just imagine what it's like to be in a group, supported, not feeling like that lone wolf anymore, but being in a group of people where you can ask them questions when you need them. Imagine what it feels like when you're in control of your life and your health, and you're feeling amazing and you've got more energy. And just imagine what it feels like to have a place that you can feel safe in asking questions and be in a loving community of people who want to support you and help you to make your life better. I guarantee that if you join the group, spend time listening to the content that we've made for you and participate, you will gain benefit. It's time for us to come together as a group of healers and help each other so that we can be empowered and help the world see that holistic therapy is a valid option for ultimate health. So at the beginning of the webinar, I said I had a gift for you. So as I said, I'm offering a free 7-day trial. I'll get it out in here. I've run out of water.
Free, 7 days.
Thank you, Jen.
That's all right.
Trial to this membership, where you can watch the videos, listen to the podcast, join the Facebook group, and get to know some of the people that will be joining that will already in there. As I said, I don't want the $20 to be a barrier for you to try the membership, so I want you to go in there for free. As I said before, PayPal will ask for your credit card details, but they will only take it out if you don't cancel, and it will be after the 7 days. So it is completely free for you. So I just want to put a link in the chat box, which is where you go to sign up.
Isn't it on one of your slides?
Yes, but just bear with me. It's on the next slide actually. Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay. So
Where's the next slide?
Oh, you've got to click on here. Sorry, guys. I've touched the computer.
You have. Okay, good. So there's the link. Now, you've got questions up here, which is really important. This is the business side of me coming up. Okay, so you got Tracy says, are we able to pay the full year in advance? The answer is yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
I have to work out a link for that for you, but yes, we can definitely do that.
Okay, good. And Anita says, is that in US dollars or Australian dollars?
That's Australian dollars, so it's even cheaper for you. For you anywhere else in the world because our dollar's so low.
Yes, it's converting at 0.75 at the moment.
Yeah, so you guys get an amazing deal if you're anywhere else.
Yeah,
it's mad.
Okay, good. So if you copy that link off the screen or type that into your browser, that'll take you through to your 7-day free trial. Yes, Anita's gone, yay.
So that's Global Healing Exchange. Well, is that going to go off? I'm just going to type that in as well.
Yeah, that's good. Put it in there.
I've got it open in the window here, so you might actually see this, but it's okay. It's okay.
That's it. Good job. Well done. Well done.
There you go. There's the link. So wanted to make it easy there for you. So if you know somebody who can benefit from this free trial, please tell them about it as well. The more people that we can get into the membership area, networking, supporting each other, the better it will be for all of us as a community. We can all gain knowledge and contribute while getting great health and wellness tips and find ways to raise our vibrations. Many of us know that we need to raise our vibrations. So it's come to the Q&A part. So more questions. Does anyone else have any questions there for us?
Now's the time. We've got 5 minutes before the hour's up.
So the question about joining up for the full year, I will get that up in the next day or two, and we will send out the link as well with the recording of the webinar and obviously Robert's gifts. So that will be in the next couple of days, because obviously Shada's going to have to get it to me. It's not going to be instantly. Okay, I'm just scrolling through. Anything else? Let me just have a look. Okay.
No, that's
so
pretty clear. They've all sort of got it.
Yeah. I've got somebody who's saying, how can I become an expert? I mean, I know many of you are practitioners as well. So, yeah, basically, as I said to you, the experts I've worked with or I've interviewed before. So if any of you are thinking that you want to be part of the magazine and the membership area, you can contact me at sharon@globalhealingexchange.com, and we can do that for you.
And Rani has got a question there with the articles. Are they journal articles?
I'm not sure what you mean about journal articles.
Well, I think what she means by journal articles, no, these are articles that we as experts have written ourselves and we have published ourselves. They're not published in other places. You're not pulling information from everywhere and just sort of centralizing it. This is content created for the Global Healing Exchange.
Yes.
The experts write the content, especially for our magazine. So if you go to globalhealingexchange.com, and at the top bar, it's got Holistic Living magazine. They are all unique articles, especially for our readers from our members, and they're not anywhere else.
And Global Healing Exchange owns the copyright to those. So if you want those articles, just email through to Sharon and ask for permission to reproduce that. All right. So all of that content is, the article that I wrote about cancer, about my parents, has not been written anywhere else. Mm-hmm. It's just for you. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, I know.
It makes me feel so special.
Homer's got a question there. How can Jen help us with marketing? Go to my website and send me an email.
So what is your email?
It's jen@jenharwood.com.
There you go. And another term in raising vibration. How do you deal with the present reality if it isn't great? Robert, I'll pass it to you.
Yeah, we've got 2 minutes before.
We've only got a couple of minutes. It's going to have to be
quick and dirty.
Yeah. I think do everything you can to get yourself in the present moment. Even if you just touch all the walls, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you touch all the walls in the room, you'll bring your consciousness and powers of the soul that are scattered into the present moment. It really helps, especially before you give a talk. Go early, touch all the walls. And another thing you can do is start observing your thoughts. We are not our thoughts. So if one day I have really good thoughts, Robert, you're a superstar, and then the next day something disappointing happens and I start having negative thoughts, which one is Robert?
Yeah.
Truth is neither.
Yeah.
It's the part of us that observe. So I think if you're feeling overwhelmed by life or you're feeling out of sorts or negative, if you just take 2 minutes and just say, oh, this is not who I am. This is just my mind going through this dark space. I'm just going to let it float right by.
Yeah.
Because that's not who we are. We're filled with light and unconditional love, and we have these no limits to us. But what happens is disappointing experiences will bubble up. Especially when we're about to step out or take a new risk, those thoughts will say, you can't do this. So it's like a self-imposed comfort zone that's very, very limiting. So just observe it and say, oh, this isn't me, just something I'm experiencing at the moment. So I think the power of observation is really important.
Yeah, awesome. I totally agree. One quick thing that I do is I put on Mamma Mia, the soundtrack. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I jump around. And I might put on my Tigger suit as well, because I feel like Tigger in my Tigger suit. And just do something that makes you happy. If you go out in nature, if you do something that you love, don't do something that everyone else thinks makes them happy. Do something that makes you feel good, and it will raise your vibration instantly. So thank you so much for the questions. We need to go on. So I just really want to recap what you get in the membership area. So the private Facebook group, you get the access to the health and wellbeing experts. You get the content within the membership area from all of our experts. Obviously, you get the discounts on our webinars that we're going to be doing in the future with our experts, and the free gifts that they give away. They're a very generous bunch.
That's who we are.
You get your continuing education, the 7-day free trial, 24/7 access. You can use it anytime you like. And again, we've put special offers and giveaways, so that's really, really obviously important. For only $19.95 a month, Australian dollars. So you're getting 1,991 worth of knowledge, advice.
Yep.
Bit of a typo there.
That's all right.
And personal support from our network of top holistic experts.
Yay for us.
So go to that link now. I've put the link in the chat box, globalhealingexchange.com/exclusive. You can sign up today. I will be in the Facebook group very soon, once you've joined up, to accept you in there and welcome you. So I really, really hope that you join up today. If you have more questions, join up anyway for the 7-day free trial and ask the questions in the Facebook group, because I do really value people's time and I don't want this to run over. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a really great honor. If you can, I would just love if you can just tell us what you thought in the chat box. I know there's a bit of a delay here because we're using Webinar Jam, so we'll have to wait a bit. But did you like the webinar? What did you think? How could we do better? Like, we will be doing these in the future with different experts, but I'll also have Jen and Robert back as well doing their own webinar. What sort of things do you want to know? How can we help you more?
And we'll put that on the email that you send out, so that if you don't get your thoughts through, that you can actually send an email straight to Sharon and share all of that.
That'd be good. Thank you.
So thank you very much for all your participation and sharing, and share this with your friends so that you can be the expert in health and well-being for yourself, your family, your friends, and your community.
Thanks, everyone. Go
Bye.
for your dreams.
Thank you guys so much, and we will see you very soon. Check out your emails and we'll give you some goodies in there. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.